I'm sitting in front of Juanita McNeely's 1969 painting, Is It Real? Yes, It Is. It's a depiction of her experience having an illegal abortion in 1967 and prior to Roe v. Wade being decided. McNeely arrives in New York in 1967 and realizes that she's had a recurrence of her cancer. When she goes to obtain surgery for the cancer, they realize she's pregnant and the doctors refuse to operate on her while she's pregnant.
Well, we were not capable of giving you a hysterectomy because it's illegal in the files from the government. Nothing was helping me, and nothing would end my misery, because the law said you cannot have an abortion.
One thing that I've always been really intrigued by about this painting is the fact that she made it in so many panels. And she talks about the influence of films and movie making on her practice. She was always interested in film stills, and I think there's an attempt on her part here to mimic some of that in the painting through the use of the different panels. But at the same time, it's not a kind of sequential narrative in any way. The panels really contain a range of imagery, so depictions of her and her body, depictions of the doctors and the equipment, her in the stirrups.
I was a cartoon. I was not a real person anymore. I had become a something, but not the real person. I'm dressed on the top, and I had lots of bones sticking out of me. I was emaciated from not only not enough blood and not enough weight. So it's almost making the reality a cartoon to be so horrible. That was what I was trying for anyhow.
One panel that's always really struck me is the panel behind me in the corner of the three doctors that you see wearing surgical masks. And it's painted from the perspective as if the viewer is the patient in the situation. The title of this painting is really incredible, I think. It's titled, Is It Real? ? Yes, it is. And that, to me, is no accident. This is not something imagined. This is a painting that was based in an actual event that had happened 2 years prior. I think the title reinforces that. I think the title's also about her very ambitious decision to take on the topic of abortion in a painting. It's still a taboo topic in many ways, but certainly in 1969, to make this graphic a depiction of abortion was really unheard of.
I wish I had never had to make the imagery so profoundly real to me. I beg anyone listening to, however old or young they are, do not wait to find out till someone says, we think you have a need, physical need to have an abortion, but we're not allowed to give it to you.